What is up, friends? Welcome back to Michaela Reiser Fitness. I'm excited to talk about what I feed my toddler on a day-to-day basis, guys. He is almost a year and a half. He is a bundle of joy, a bundle of energy. And as a family unit, we try to prioritize a high protein, low sugar, low added sugar, healthy mindset around our food and our day-to-day lifestyle. We're trying to be that example for him and continue that tradition on in his own mindset and thinking towards his own food. So let's get into it. We'll start at what they say is the most important meal of the day, and I will spend this on women as well, speaking for women, working with women on the importance of our food choices as well. So starting with breakfast, we eat eggs every single morning. Every single morning I cook about 6 to 7 eggs. I cannot wait to get my own property one day and have my own chickens to accommodate for that cost because we buy a lot of eggs. But yeah, we cook eggs. I'll do a natural cheese. I'll sprinkle on top for my husband or my son some cheddar. Always looking at those ingredient labels, guys, for added ingredients that are not necessary. That's something that I'm very aware of and something that I try to implement when grocery shopping and choosing foods for my family. So yeah, eggs, we buy sourdough from our local store. Again, limited ingredients, natural, homemade bread. If you have a local market, that's another wonderful option as well. We'll do that with some grass-fed real butter, peanut butter, etc. We want some extra carbs before my workout. My son loves oats. We try to personally do gluten-free when we can. It doesn't always happen. We don't claim to have celiacs or anything. It's just what we do personally as a family unit is to try to limit gluten when we can. I find these oats at Kroger and Meijer, I believe. It is Bob's Red Mill quick cooking rolled oats. They are delicious. The texture is amazing. Add a little bit of salt, peanut butter, berries, chia and flax seeds, and you have a wonderful little parfait there. Speaking of parfait, we are Costco members, so buying fruit, I understand, could get a little bit pricey. So we try to get raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, kiwis from Costco when we can. I try to get organic when I can, but that's not always the most cost efficient option, and I completely understand and empathize with that. So yeah, raspberries, they are the powerhouse of fiber. If you're a woman, if you're a man, if you are trying to raise some babies, some kids, fiber is amazing, and raspberries are known for being the best fruit in that front. We also do a lot of kiwis. I get them in bulk from Costco. Those can get a little bit more pricier, but it is very doable when it comes to Costco. And if you're a member at any other wholesaler, I can guarantee you can probably get some fruit there. Parfaits, we do just plain Greek yogurt. I know it sounds boring. Don't attack me, but you do not have to get the fancy flavored yogurt with the added sugars and added ingredients to have and enjoy a parfait, friends. Might take a little bit of time, more time. It might take a little bit more awareness when you're at the grocery store prepping, but buying Greek yogurt and putting real fruit in it and a simple granola and those chia, flax seeds, maybe some peanut butter, etc. And that's a delicious parfait. It's protein rich, it's fiber rich, and it's going to fill you up, which is the important thing. And you don't have to worry about any unnecessary added ingredients and or sugars as well. Yeah, that's breakfast. On occasion, we do like to make some homemade biscuits, pancakes. My husband has a little bit more of a sweet tooth when it comes to breakfast foods, but I buy this gluten-free flour from Meijer. We've tried a few other kinds. The texture wasn't quite the same. We didn't love it. This one's been amazing so far. Don't really notice a difference between this and a regular gluten flour. If somebody tells you not to eat fruit because of the sugar, do not listen to said person, okay? My son loves these fruit pouches, Once Upon a Farm. I am not sponsored by any of this stuff, guys. I am just sharing what my family enjoys eating and what I typically buy for my family on a week-by-week basis. No sponsorships, no commissions. Costco has Once Upon a Farm. It's the immunity blend pouches. My son has one normally in the afternoon block. Gets his little fruity kick during the day. They last us a pretty good amount of time, and it's a lot cheaper than buying the individual ones at your local grocery store. So if you're able to buy those in bulk, you're going to save some money there. I believe that is breakfast. Let's get into lunch, snacks, and then I'll talk about dinner at the very end. But sardines, I know it's not the most appealing smell-wise or visual-wise, but sardines have a lot of health benefits for women, men, kids, growing little bodies, for brain development, the fats, the omega, 4-time omega-3s in these. They just have olive oil in them. I get this in bulk form from Costco. My son and I normally split a container and then finish it the next day. You can put these in with avocado, rice, cottage cheese, etc. to get those extra health benefits. And is the smell appealing? Not so much, but think about the health benefits of them. They're amazing for me. They're amazing for my son. I get my husband to eat them on occasion, but I don't force anything. For rice. So I want to talk about growing up. I ate a lot more rice and pastas and whatnot, and as I become more educated myself and more just conscious of what I'm consuming and buying for me and my family members, look at that ingredient label, friend, and make sure that you're just eating and getting rice when you buy rice. This is just white, organic jasmine rice. We get this from Costco. But looking at some of these flavored rices and seeing the unnecessary added ingredients in them and the sodium content, etc., just how these things really are meant to just bloat us and make us feel like garbage. Rice is something I've been more aware of because my son loves it. Put some olive oil in there, add some protein, add some cottage cheese, etc. He loves it. When we go out to eat, it's a pretty simple option we can always ask for at a lot of restaurants too. So rice is a beautiful thing. I don't know, did I share cottage cheese? I get Good Culture cottage cheese. The ingredients: skim milk, whole milk, cream, sea salt, live, and active cultures. When you look at other cottage cheese brands, the store brand and whatnot, there's added ingredients in there that just aren't necessary. And this one has always been, for the most part, in stock. My son loves cottage cheese. He loves this stuff. If he would let me, or if I would let him, he would probably eat half of this in a day setting. So, lunches, we like to eat a lot of leftovers from dinner. And we try to prioritize a protein, healthy fats. Avocados are another huge thing in our household. I always have ripe avocados around. Put it on that sourdough, put it in a bowl with that rice, cottage cheese. Doing the homemade sourdough toast. Spread some ripe avocado on a piece of toast. Add the everything bagel seasoning, guys. It's a delicious snack, and you don't have to worry about those added ingredients and all the fancy things that a restaurant might put on those. So another amazing snack idea. We eat a lot of leftovers. My son loves bananas with peanut butter. We get this from Costco, and it just has dry roasted organic peanuts and sea salt. You can find in most ingredients Jiffy, not calling out everybody, but they have the added oils in them, which growing up, you just think peanut butter, it just has peanuts in it, right? And me personally, I'm trying to limit added oils and, the canolas, vegetable oil, soybean oil, the list goes on. And Costco has this brand. It's organic, it's natural, and it doesn't have any added oils in it. So we put that with bananas in our parfaits, on that toast, and our oats in the morning, and you get a little bit of that portion of peanut butter. You can add a little bit of honey because it is a little bit more on the drier side without that added oil. It's just another option. Is it a end all be all if I have regular peanut butter or that's offered to me, or I'm telling you that's end all be all? Absolutely not. I'm just sharing what my family typically tries to enjoy and avoid in our day-to-day eating habits. So yeah, for dinners, I'm not going to go too much into specific recipes, meals, etc., because it does vary. My husband does not enjoy leftovers. I could eat the same thing every single day and I'd probably be content, but we try to prioritize protein at every single meal. We try to have our healthy fats, fibers, vegetables, mushrooms, bell peppers, onions. The list goes on, and I will share more about dinners as we talk in another video about the hunting experience, because my husband does hunt. He got to venison this year, for example. His family members hunt. I think it's a wonderful thing that was passed down to him, and he'll be able to pass on to our son eventually. And I'll have him come on and talk more specifically in that video about that process. But we've also taken upon ourselves to learn how to process our meat at home with a meat grinder, with the bags, be able to label it correctly, throw it in the freezer, etc. And we can have venison meatloaf, venison burgers, venison steaks, stir fries, etc. Going bird hunting, all of the things that I'm also new to. And I read some of these recipes sometimes and I'm like, okay, I am not that pioneer woman. But I'm working on it because it matters to me, seeing where food comes from, where God has blessed us in our land with these animals. And if that is not your thing, that's okay. That's okay. I understand. It's not my thing to go out and hunt and whatnot, but it is, from the beginning of time, being blessed with animals and being fed with these protein-rich meals and honoring that life. But again, if that's not your thing, we completely understand. This is just our family and how we choose to cherish what we've been blessed with, and learning to adapt, because the world is turning quickly into a place of everybody relying on the grocery stores, the government, etc. And our family is choosing to go against the grain in that front, to want to rely on ourselves and be able to rely on ourselves, God forbid something were to happen. So we'll get into that a little bit more. I have a recipe blog, newsletter that you can subscribe to, where I get into more of these meals, because a lot of women do struggle with, what do I feed my child where I don't have to worry about all this sugar and processed foods and all of these things that are setting us up as adults for long-term health issues and disease. And raising our kids and wanting to truly nourish them is very important.